Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to open or close a GL period. So let's get into the Fusion environment. So how to open or close GL period. So this is the navigation, general accounting, period close. So go for general accounting, go to period close, and here you should be selecting the appropriate ledger for which you want to open or close the period. So if you want, you can change the ledgers here. So in this being a testing environment for my current user, I have access to all these ledgers, and hence I'm able to select any of these ledgers. So this is the same screen to open or close the GL period for any primary or secondary ledger. So my current ledger is Reliance USD ledger. So I'll select this, click on OK. And in the drop down, I should be able to see single ledger, this ledger name, and here I should be able to see all the periods based on the calendar for this particular ledger. So here you can see, I can see the periods from Jan 2024, that being, the reason being January 2024 being my first period, which was set up in my ledger. So I can just show you the ledger definition where I have set Jan 2024 as my first open period, or rather it's the first period to be opened, and hence that's coming in the drop down here, or that's the first period which is coming in the drop down. So let me go to the setup and maintenance, and then go for financials, and then specify ledger options. Specify ledger options, select the scope as Reliance USD ledger. Yeah. And here you can see the first open period or first period to be opened under Reliance USD ledger is Jan 2024. And also you can see number of future enterable periods is 1. Okay, now let's see how we can open this Jan 2024 period. And once we open Jan 2024, the number of the February should become our future enterable period, only one period, because we have mentioned number of future enterable periods as one. If we have mentioned number of future enterable periods as two, then February and March become our future enterable period. And the significance of future enterable periods is you can enter the journals when the period is in future enterable status, but you cannot close the you cannot post them. If as far as the periods which are in open status, you can enter the journals as well as you can post the journals. But if you enter journals in future enterable period, you can enter the journals but you cannot post them. So let us go back to the earlier screen. So let me select my Jan period and click on refresh. So here you should be able to see in the single screen, you should be able to see the open or close status of that particular period for different modules, GL, receivables, projects, and payables. So this being a new ledger, the period is not open in any of these sub ledgers or general ledgers. So let me click on general ledger. So this being a first period, as soon as I come to this particular screen, it pops up this particular message asking me to choose, or if I'm okay, January 2024 is selected as my first period. So I'll click on OK. So as soon as I click on OK, I get this dialog box. I'll just say yes, and then a process ID gets generated. So you can go to the schedule process and check the status of this particular process ID 716. We can go to schedule process. It would be under tools. So the process ID ending with 716, it is succeeded successfully. So again, we can go back to our period close, and now we should be able to see the status as open for Jan 2024. Yeah, now you can see period is open. Now click on that. So here you can see Jan 2024 is open. Okay, this is the icon. And as we have mentioned, the number of future enterable periods has 1. So February 2024 become future enterable status. Now if I want to open February, I can keep my cursor here and click on open period. So again, a process ID gets triggered behind the scenes. I can go to the schedule process and cross check, or I can do a refresh here. So until I see the status of this particular period changes from future enterable to open. See now February 2024 is open and March became my future enterable. Probably I also want to open March. Again, refresh to check the status. Still in future enterable. So wait. Yeah, March is open, April becomes future enterable. Now, if I want to close the period, I just select this. Probably I just want to close January. I just click on close button. But in a real world, you directly do not directly come here and just click on close button. You have a lot of processes which you take care. I mean, when I say a lot of processes, you should ensure that all the journals are approved, all the required journals are kind of posted. If there are any kind of revaluations, translation, consolidations are required to be run, so ensure that all those are run, and then you come to this particular screen and close the period. So generally you have a big checklist of items which needs to be checked in a real world client environment. Okay. But I just opened January. So in this case, I do not have any transactions or any journal. So I'm just close the period. So again, whenever I try to close the period, again a process ID gets generated and I need to wait for the process ID to be completed. Once the process ID is completed, the status should change from open to closed. Yeah, now I can see open to close, and the last status is permanently closed. If I change this, if I want to close this particular period permanently, then I can go for permanent closure of this particular status. So actions permanently closed. If I do that, I cannot reopen this particular period. So I have not seen any of my client environments for whatever the reason of permanently closing a period. They always go for closure of a period. They generally do not permanently close, but otherwise Oracle has given that functionality to permanently close the period as well. And here, if you want open period, select this, click on open period, or you can directly click on actions and open period. And we also have a option of open target period. So if I click on open target period, and let's assume if I select say October 2024 and click on open, so that means in a single go, system will open all the periods from April until October. Generally in a real live environment, we might not be using this functionality, but generally probably in a testing environment and development environment, we might frequently use this particular functionality because you do not want to kind of open couple of periods in future in a client live environment. Okay, so that's how you can open the period, close the period, or close a period permanently as far as GL is concerned using these grids. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.